Hello, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Welcome to another stream. Let me please audio work. Okay, it works. Good. Right. Hello, everyone, to a very frozen Imola. So yeah, Moto Grids. What is the secret sauce? The secret sauce is to take the Porsche and slide it around, generate the rear temperature, and because the Porsche mostly uses the rear to rotate, you're gonna be fine. But if you are a madman, you take the Lexus like I did and hope for the best, but it's not possible to get tires up into the temperature window. Anyway, yeah, hi everyone. Ooh, a lot of chat already going on. A year now about to P1 Quali. Let's see about it. The only thing that can save me is that it's quite an early split, so not a lot of crazy fast esports people in here. It's open setup, this one, so let me quickly load this and take a bit less fuel. I must not forget this is ×2 fuel, so I need a bit more. And let's... Ooh, it's still night here, okay. Should be sunrise in Quali, maybe. Oh. Ah, okay. Latency... You saw that. That's a great feature, right? You saw latency issues with Kobe-chan, and we ghosted through each other without a collision. Very convenient. Yeah, 14.3 Celsius track temp. I don't know. Yeah, let's see how the Quali goes. I tried some crazy out laps, or like I did 3 laps and then I did a lap like this. And then one lap was kind of 70s in the tire temps, but next lap was already back to 60s, so it's super frozen, super cold, but remember that they have adjusted the cold temps in such a way that it's not such a problem anymore. At 70 you should have pretty good grip. Actually, I need to quickly adjust the gain on the camera and probably reduce it back for the next round. And that's it for the practice. Eight minutes. Yeah, should be 5 laps. 4 attempts. New tires. They were already on. So when session moves, I guess it just gives you new tires. All this wheel spinning and the rear temps are still 34. Okay, well, surface temps light up pretty quickly, but in the HUD you have like combination of stuff. It was pretty good practice, right? Let's see how this goes. So it's still dark, so I guess it's sunrise during the race. Yeah, I see that camera is freaking out a little bit, maybe because in these conditions it kind of... I think it's the effect of pixels, right? Like around here, like it's these weird curves, right? I think it's just the pixels. Yeah, at some point I will have, if future is bright, better camera, better monitor, and then pixels will be too small for camera to recognize. Actually, I guess the better that camera is, the easier it is to get these pixels. I don't know why is it so prominent now. Anyway, yeah, I don't know what to do with tires. I guess just full abuse like this. There is this exponential thermal degradation now that was introduced with this tire model, so it was now and then mentioned in some change logs. So I don't know if it's a good idea to just fully abuse the tires on the outlap, but I mean, nothing really happens, right? It's just kind of half disconnected from this frozen road. Yeah, graining still needs to be implemented. Yeah, don't crash is a good one. Yeah, I could drift around the corners, but that's the Porsche strat. I need to warm up the fronts as well. Right, Quali. Dear temperature. It will be better in the next laps. There is kind of some grip, you know, it's not that bad. Look at all the windows being lighted up in the houses. That's with medium track details. It's just pretty nice conditions to race in, like visually. So some of the grip has returned. I did 44.4 in practice session. I hope I can match that. And this should not be a cut, because there is still lack of cut detection on the default track limits there. Well, I mean, I saw 43.7 even in practice session. Right, 2 to go. Ooh, just enough fuel. That was a nice dosa. Where are the track limits? I mean, I'm glad I didn't get a cut, but you know. No, I found the track limits. Okay, just in case, a little bit of fuel save. And we try for the last time. $43.5, okay, that's quite a target. Can I gain 8 tenths? That track limit calculation scared me. Anyway, across the line to P3. 7-8 tenths off, oof. Alright. I mean, if you can get a bit more temperature into the tires, it's the half a second comes pretty quickly. Okay. Full tank, new tires. Remember, it is fuel times 2, so we have a pit stop. And it will be around, so should be 22 laps, I think, or 23. So if we add 10 fuel for 10 laps to be fully safe, that should be fine. Yeah, ooh, there is a lot of Mercedes. I heard it's a pretty good car. If you don't mind the specific handling that it has. Oh, I'm still yet to see that Murad video. And get ready for LMP2 drama, which usually happens. And we are green. Oh, that AMG has no acceleration. Here we go with the drama. Alright, still alive, still be free. My cooling is not doing much, let me turn it on. Here we go. Well, that AMG is not slow on the straight, but at the start it just went nowhere. And the track temp is still dropping. Sunrise should happen very soon. Yeah, I was just thinking of that livery. I don't quite understand the color scheme. He's struggling. I didn't particularly plan to battle side by side. Already at this stage. Need to catch P1 again, but alright. Nice move, that's all I can say. It's like he has the grip, but he's doing mistakes. Well, I would need some Verstappen style defense there, but I have zero confidence in my front tire grip. I don't think my top speed is bad. He was just very close in the toe, so he was able to profit on that. Well, we will see now about the top speed, as I have a bit of toe. It's not bad. I do have like very high downforce. Not sure about AMG. What settings it even has on the rear wing. Yeah, this is open. This is ELMS Cup. I think the other one is Prototype Cup or something like that, in the silver. And that one is fixed. So about the setup, I just have to say thank you to Go Setups, but I still have to learn a lot and analyze what exactly each thing does here. I just did like a Kota setup like a month ago, before the kind of update on the tire to make it a bit more forgiving. And I will not say I really understand much about these tires yet. And the track limits are quite lenient. Maybe they are on relaxed here even. I don't remember being able to take all that curb in the second chicane in the past. Oh, he nailed that chicane. Or maybe he cut it. I'm still on 0 cuts, right? But we are now matching each other's pace with the leader as well, so that's good news. I just don't have the pace to go for P2, unless he does a mistake again. But the sun will rise eventually, and then the servers of the track will go to... I mean, Probably it's gonna go from 13 to 15 Celsius and that's gonna be it. But every degree will help the Lexus temps. At least it's touching 70s in corners. P1 is gone. Wonder if it's BOP fault or if he's just really quick. Thought he's gonna lose more top speed there, or like more acceleration rather, by touching the gravel. Yeah, Johnny, about that AMG trade, that's really good for these conditions, right? Oh yeah. Alright. Because like if it's that in hot conditions, that the front just overheat and die, that means that it's really good for cold track, because the front will activate quickly. I have a bit of understeer on brakes, although I did have oversteer through turn 1, so probably I just need to let go of the brake a bit earlier when trail braking. Here comes the traffic. I thought Aston is really good with tire temps as well in hot conditions. But it seems like it works perfectly well at 13 Celsius as well. But I will eventually learn the Lexus. We have signed up for a WEC. We will be driving the Lexus. Should be alright of an endurance car for sure. But it's nice because it's just kind of gentle all around. It doesn't do weird stuff on the front, it doesn't do weird stuff on the rear. Just feels like a solid car. And it's time for a big lift and coast. Yeah, a bit more of draft would surely be welcome here. If I trusted the front grip, I would go for it, but I know that I'm just gonna ABS myself off track. It's times to fuel, yes indeed. But yeah, VC is gonna be fantastic. So good to see it be switched to to LMU. Just hope that the system works. Oh, half a point for track limits, interesting. Is this a chance? No, I don't know. I kind of understand the grip if I'm online, but if I go offline, I don't quite know how the car will behave yet, so... Not sure if he's trying to defend or not, or if he's just fed up that I'm wasting race time. There is a weird reflection somewhere in this wall. Yeah, what is this? You saw like a big orange ellipse. I mean, it's probably the distorted sun. Just looks funny. UFO, yeah. Yeah, like it's popping out in the barriers now and then, like a big orange thingy. It's really positive in high speed when you go on brakes. At least with this setup. Likes to rotate into corners, but a bit too much in high speed brakes. I cannot fix it with the rear wing because it's already very high or max. So maybe it just requires less rear ride height or more front ride height, or maybe some damper on the rear or on the front. Stiffer front slow bump, maybe, to make the front dip slower. That's such a funny sun to see in the barrier. I don't know if that's because the shadows are not on high, so then sun is just shining through everything, and then being displayed on pieces of track, or even on a car where it shouldn't be. Trump's face. Time to make sure that my pit stop is correct. We never know if it's extra lap or not, because LMP2s are in this race as well. More track limit. Well, here comes the sun. Dear track temp, please shoot up to 30. I have 3080 RTX, Craig. Look, yeah, that's indeed the case. It's a plugin for SimHub. It's really nice to have. So there should be 10 more laps, yeah? At max. Well, that's convenient. Almost got rear-ended as well. Okay, box, box, box. I'm not sure what exactly to do with the VE. I'm gonna take a bit less. Should be sufficient for 10 laps. But in-game said 77 required. I don't fully understand why. Well, let's see. Might need to lift and coast a little bit. So I have 33% less than P1, but I jumped P2, so that's nice. It's fuel times 2, so it's 2 times easier to fuel safe, you know. Yeah, I'm ready to get the sun straight into my eyes. Saringer, 84%, oof. Yeah, he really overfueled there, hopefully. But yeah, I'll target 10 to go. I calculated it's 22.3 laps, which would make it 23, which in worst case with LMP2 positioning would mean 24. I don't think there's any chance of having 25, so I should be fine. Fuel usage marginal in the strategy behind my throttle and brake input trace. But that was a solid pit stop. 2 tenths or like 2 seconds and a half to the lead. Why is it still 13? Ah, don't do that. Do that ahead of the leader. I mean, it is like 9.1, 9.0, so it's spot on. Ah, that's the Corvette. Yeah, the vote, the Pro Council vote for VC. I voted for Interlagos. But people for some reason voted between Imola and Monza. Now we have a couple of days or maybe a week or two to persuade Jimmy to use the Curva Grande layout. Thank you. Perfect second gear Tosa. What is the leader doing? Not particularly flying. Yeah, I don't know if anybody yet spoke to Jimmy about the Curva Grande layout, but it would be quite something, right? Well, it's basically race over for all the Peugeot and Toyota hypercars. They don't move at all from the start. That rear is okay. The rear of the Lexus is a bit too excited. Probably just need a click on the rear spring. Yeah, Williams, it's gonna be a weird one, really, because I don't think people realize, or people realize, but people have not yet subconsciously accepted it, like subconsciously accepted the fact that the hypercars have a massive braking zone, and GT3s are basically able to stop from 300 to the apex. Well, they don't go 300, like from top speed to apex within like 5 meters, you know. So it could get strange with the overtakes, with the lapping in VC, but yeah, let's see. And LMP2s, yeah. Gonna be fun. P1 is really struggling. What happened there? Oh, my front decided that it will not do turn 2. Alright. Or is it now the Lexus part of the race when other cars die and Lexus just becomes alive? I don't think that happens in these temperatures anyway. But look, there is sun on track. Why is it still 13? Heat it up. Come on. Jack, I'm gonna do both, I think. Well, I don't know the calendar for VMS yet, but I assume they will be done in a way that there are no clashes. And VMS is on Sundays anyway, and VC on Saturdays, so should work. It's autumn. Okay. Yeah, I don't know the default date of the race. Yeah, I mean, it's possible to set the time or like the date to any time of the year, like in theory at least. It's not possible in the menu, but it would affect the position of the sun. And the track temp is mostly dependent on the position of the sun. Blood sugar is fine. I've had a bit of a roller coaster with it an hour before the stream, so I'm happy it stabilized at 7. I hope it stays there. But well, we are within a second of the leader. I don't understand why, but I happily accept it. The fuel should be fine. At today, that's a valid thought, you know. There was a race at Spa some years ago when it snowed during the race, right? I think. In WEC. So that needs to be simulated. Gonna be a cut. No, okay. Yeah, it's gonna be a cut. Green to yellow to green, back to yellow. Funny. Amazing. Right, 13.3. Track temp is increasing. Fantastic. I'm just a bit too late for it. Closing in. That's a purple sector too. I don't know if that's just the tires not wearing at all, or if the 0.3 degree Celsius affected things already. In case there is an extra lap. What do we do? Yeah, I really don't know what is going on with the Aston and with people behind. They all lost a lot of pace. Or alternatively, it's just Lexus not slowing down at all, but just going quicker and quicker. Do I get cut for this? Nope. Wait, this could get tight. Could it be 25 laps? Right, so the leader is going into Variante Alta. He has, no, that's the last lap, yeah. Well, push, push. Ow. Yeah, that would have been a little bit of an illegal switchback anyway. No top speed. I tried. I don't think I have a chance against Aston. Did you see the yellow things like swap around? Alright, that's a P2, but I brake. Look, it's gonna... It swapped, you saw the livery. Ah, okay, anyway, that livery swapping wasn't the main point of talking here. Yeah, I mean... I'm happy that I even got into position where I could battle for P1. I didn't really look like that in the first laps at all. And the track temp is still 13.3 and the tires are absolutely frozen. Just gonna check. If I had a chance there. Well, he gave me a chance by defending. Yeah, like if that LMP2 got out of its way a bit quicker, I would maybe be able to carry a bit more speed, but I was like kind of squeezed by the LMP2, so I couldn't carry all the speed. And then this is not really a realistic place to overtake, right? Around the outside, so yeah, I turned in on him, so my apologies for the paint traded. But at this point, it just like you kind of, if you don't turn in, you're going into the gravel. But I, yeah, rightfully got sent back into the gravel anyway. And it would have been a legal switchback because there is no track limit there. You just don't get a track limit. But you get easy track limit here on the apex if you cut across that thing too much. But then he's, yeah, I don't know, I would feel bad about it. And then you try to nail the chicane, but of course a bit of gravel dipping and the grip is gone, and then the Aston has the superior top speed always anyway, so... And then if you no longer go for a gap that... Yeah, anyway. Another apologies, but you know, we had the gap behind, so... For the content. I added the Lexus, the pass. Well, that was a race. I have time to quickly check the race start as well. If I could have done something there. I did all I could, I survived, you know. I could take that apex, but like at this point I thought that the McLaren or the Corvette is gonna go for it, but yeah. Left a bit too much space and maybe lost a bit of potential P2 there. Anyway, all good. Okay. Let's see the results. I mean, I wouldn't have to press that button anyway. Plus 1.4. Why is this not like split like it used to be? Or was it always like that? I cannot even remember. Anyway, we go back to online. And then we check what is going on with the WEC experience. Okay, the sign up is good. Sander Kallas in the Porsche. Right, so I thought I should take something interesting here, like Cadillac or Porsche or Valkyrie. But it's gonna be a Ferrari fest, right? I don't know, like the Valkyrie, the default setup on the Valkyrie was like 2 seconds off what I was able to click together in like half an hour, so I am a bit worried of driving that car. I don't know how off Cadillac is. It shouldn't really be much off. I don't know how it drives. What should I take? Nah, Porsche. I don't want the Porsche. What about just taking the Cadillac and seeing what happens? Is that... I mean, it should be good, you know? The BOP, like the Ferrari and the Peugeot have been absolutely destroyed. BOP-wise. Maybe I get to practice one pit exit. Let's see. But good to see so many sign-ups now. Our dear Dan has made solid work to hide the hypercar into the advanced, so now people do the advanced. Hi Shark. Yeah, let's see. I kind of forgot how these things work. Actually, what I should do is go to cars, no, where is it? Devices, and take the LMDH dash. Uh-oh. Why is it broken? Quick fix. What is that? Value. Ah! What? Okay, I don't know what this is. Then maybe let's just take the one that I know. Wait, I know what happened there. I know what happened there. Dash Studio Edit, I turned off. Yeah, it told me to turn off the JavaScript, but I don't know how to turn it on again, because it's kind of old stuff anyway. I think what I need to do here is just go to graphics, turn on... No, it's gameplay. Where are you? Turn on Speedo. Because... Wait, I'm fully confused. Let me just fix the position. I mean, wait, I have the battery, I just don't have the mix. And I don't need the mix. All is good. Stop panicking. All is fine. Hide the speedo. Join the server. Yeah, like I thought I needed JavaScript for the colors, but it turns out that they work, just the mix doesn't work. I need to check that out later. But it's fine, like it's just kind of convenience. I can just hide it anyway meanwhile. Where is it? Visible off. Visible off. Save. And it's gone. And now the millimoles are gone as well. RIP. Anyway, I have it on my phone there. It's softs for Quali for sure, if I remember correctly. Okay. Let's remember the caddy. Long time no drive. Wait. Dashboard, properties, legacy, okay. File save. I think something else broke, so that it isn't showing the millimoles. Anyway. Ah, it's cold tires. I fully forgot how this car drives. Ah, the lockup. Yeah, I did not forget about the lockups. The balance is really fine. The rotation in low speed compared to the Peugeot is insane. Shark I don't use the same for all cars, I just go forward enough to just about see like the A-pillar on the left. I would go more upwards if I could, but I'm already max up. I still prefer to drive the Valkyrie, but on fixed setup I think it's a big understeery boat. Okay, so I had 967 and 58.2 brake bias. It's gonna be saved anyway, right? Or maybe not. it should be flat out on softs, right? Even on cold temps, cold tires. Like I'm thinking if Orush and Red Dillon are flat out, come on, stop. If Red Dillon is flat out on hot tires, maybe it isn't. I'm not sure about Cadillac. It should be. It should be easy flat on a good setup. Great question, Son. I'm not fully sure. It should be, to be honest, but I've not really driven much of the new GT3s yet. Well, I think AMG made it easy flat when I drove it. Anyway, Quali. It lacks a little bit of road downforce. The front is kind of trying to take off. Stop locking up. Lost like 4/10 in sector 2, I think. How much off am I? Second. Just short on fuel for one extra. I'm gonna try anyway, just for practice. Yeah, I had 410s somewhere. If I had like 10 more practice laps. Yeah, I'll be out of fuel. Anyway. Yeah, not too bad. A third I'm gonna be more than 4/10 off. Okay. What do we have to do now? I think there is no pits here. Exceeded energy... Anyway, doesn't matter. Let's serve the stop-go penalty then. 100 seconds stop-go penalty. I'm not sure how this works. If you escape with a stop-go in Quali, does it remove your lap time? I don't think so. Anyway, we are getting out-qualified now. But we should be safe in P6. I forgot there are GT3s as well. I'll be okay during the race. Yeah, well, let's see, hopefully. Ah, the logos are not displaying for some cars. Let's try to fix that. Vehicle... Come on. Vehicle brand editor, import from LMU REST API. Apply, save, and they are still not there. Okay. How long is the race? Was it 30 minutes? Was it 40? Could be 16 laps max. Hey, Ivan. Anyway, we escape. It's 40-minute race, of course. That will be most likely 20 laps, but if pace is fast, pace will not be faster than 2 minutes, right? What was the fuel? I'm just gonna trust this calculation here, and whatever happens, happens. The ratio was fine, right? And we take the mediums, of course. Why is everybody else on soft still? It's called track. Is this a soft race? I'm gonna wait for others to see what they do, but I thought it was a medium race. hello Hyperdrives, thank you. It was quite a fun race indeed. Everybody's on softs. Well, I'm gonna follow everybody then. Not gonna be the outlier here. Fuel is fine. Everything is fine. Why is everybody on mediums? 5, 3, 2... I cannot adjust tires anymore. Stupid bug. Well, rip. I mean, soft should be good for first 5 laps, right? And I hope... what if the whole calculation is completely broken? It's saying I should be able to do 20. Yeah, I'll not overheat. I'll be safe. What a start! I'm into the lead. Thank you. Okay. Now it's time to overheat the softs and fall down back into P6. That was nice. Now let's see the top speed difference. Well, we have the top speed. We don't have the brakes though, nor we have the downforce. Now the overlay will update to the correct fuel. It doesn't update to the correct fuel. Did my UI troll me again? Do I have too little fuel here? I'm missing a lap, despite taking exactly what the in-game suggested me. And that's not the best. And I don't have the lift, like the clutch and coast anymore. Yeah, but I need to save quite significantly to get extra lap. At least at this pace we will not get 21 laps. I should stop trusting the UI. Like I told myself many months ago that it's not good to do it, but I keep doing it. Anyway, speed and power. It's multi-class. There are GT3s. And there is a Ferrari that has much better brakes. Well, this was spot on with the fuel saving. Yeah, it's something broke. I need to fix it. I had the Imolas in previous race, but now they don't work anymore after I swapped the dash for the hypercar dash. Hi Kirill. Well, I'm doing great for now, but let's see what happens in the next 34 minutes. Tire temps are really good actually. Zero overheating. I just realized that Ferrari is absolutely useless in turn 1. Not sure if you saw Michi streaming VMS Pro and then struggling to make it work after the race as well with the setup. The front of the Ferrari bottoms over something in the turn 1 apex here and it just loses 3 tenths. It's crazy. That's why they always disappear in sector 1. And that's why I have a chance here. I mean, full tank would be like 45 minutes or 50. Like on some tracks you can go 60. Interlagos 60-minute race was 0 stops with big fuel save, but it was still faster to fuel save. And Kota is very good on fuel as well. Le Mans, of course, is more like 40. But it's supposedly 16 laps to go, and yeah, I need to fuel save more. But that in-game calculation, like fuel calculation in the menu, and like this number 20.5, like it's just like doesn't make any sense. Don't do that to me! Well, slipstream. But CAD is fully dead in Sector 2, it's like... Well... I will gain a lot in turn 1. So there is still a chance. That's a rear wing. No cut, thank you. I'm sorry. He had no rear wing, that was the guy without the rear wing. Okay. Yeah, well. That's unfortunate. Probably not much sense to lose the words over it, but it has to be directly in my way. Right with the car that's without the rear wing for the traffic. Unlucky. If he had rear wing, he would brake later and I would not bump into him, I think. Why are you diagonaling over the track, man? Oh, well, that's the leader. Okay. Back into P2. These streamers. Don't be too mad at me, please. Well, I mean, Callas is gone. I have a little bit of damage, not too bad. And the Porsche behind is fast. So I hope the traffic helps me to save a lot of fuel. Yeah, I mean, I will look at the replay and see what happened there. I mean, obviously I broke into him, but yeah, that's the problem with hypercar versus GT3. Hypercar feels like you're just in a much faster car, but on the brakes, especially with the Cadillac, you are not really the fastest. And that's a GT3 that I'm gonna get in Rouge. Nah, that's not what I intended. I thought that the Lexus will understeer off into the outside and then... Well, unlucky. Should have seen it coming, but... Yeah, like the racing line for GT3s can be a bit of V-shape there, so... I just assumed that's gonna happen, and it didn't. Poor Lexus. Was it Lexus? Yeah, like I tried to leave 3 wide. Ooh. Well, there we go. Obviously that's great for my fuel saving. And that's the Ferrari head. That's not gonna rotate in turn 1. Too far. There was just no slipstream, or maybe I should have stuck to 6th gear. I mean, my biggest race is against the fuel that the game suggested to me before race, which was obviously wrong, because why would you calculate fuel correctly for the users? Not complaining of LBU, I'm just slightly passionate about the subject. I think I did like that half fuel, like half push in lap, which and then I ran out of battery, right? Or like not battery, out of virtual energy on the last quali attempt, and then the game calculated solely according to that last abandoned lap, which is strange. I thought the calculation is a bit more clever than that, but okay. It is what it is. 11 laps to go. 10? Is it 11? I don't even know how many laps to go. Overlay says 11, game says it's lap 10 of something. Who would know? But the Cadillac has the pace. I'm really surprised. Like if I didn't have the fuel problems, I would be matching Kalash, I think. Easy. Or is it just these tires being OP? Because track is relatively cold. Yeah, I will complain maybe in some Discord later, because this is functionality that kind of should work to some extent. Like it shouldn't take for calculation laps that are like pit laps or abandoned laps. Caddy for the next ELMS season. I mean, you read my mind. There is something with this car that tells me it would be a good pick, or like a fun pick. Only 2 seconds of pace. But saving 0.4 liters per lap or percent per lap. If 4.4 is the normal usage, is a big fuel save. It's like 10%. And that's not really a viable strategy in an endurance race. But for a single stint, I have to make it work, you know. Now Valkyrie is a bit of a problem because it's faster than me in top speed. But no, like I need to say, I'm never trusting the in-game calculation again until it's fully updated and fixed. And I need to make sure I do at least 2 laps of practice before to calculate the fuel usage. This is Interlagos GT3 all over again, right? But then I had clutch and coast available. Alpine, I am not touching Alpine. It's a great car, but it feels like... I don't know. It feels like I'm not using seat belt when I'm driving it. It's just shaking around somehow. Lift and coasted too much into no name. Even with all this lifting, I'm still barely matching the target. Oh yes, done. Is Mustang really that much of pace? Still? What is going on? I knew he was there, but I thought it would take a bit longer to catch him. I didn't kill him though. I braked in time. Not a cut. almost a repeat of lap 1 in Le Combe. Well, the worst I'm gonna finish is P6 anyway. But a bit of lucky traffic ahead. This is fun. Oh. Sorry. Was that a lapped car? I think it was. Not quite as lucky as I hoped for. So it must be 4 to go, right? Napoleon the Great, it is Grid Engineering Porsche RSR replica, and they only have the AMG F1. They don't have Caddy. Yeah, lots of potential shorts from this race for sure. Just wished I could finish on podium in the end. I still need to save quite a bit of virtual energy. The tires are really working, the softs. Not any overheating, I think. Except here, the front right dies. And probably mediums are still overall the best way to go. But if soft enables you to gain like 5 positions or more at the start, then it could be worth it. About the half slides, you know, It's still best not to slide, but it's better to have a half slide than to understeer. So 3 to go. And I'm not economical enough. That was a lot of the anti-cut. Ow. I don't know. I went as much of street justice as I could. I give the position back, outbroke him around the outside. Was that extremely dirty on my side, or did he just understeer into me? I did brake kind of towards the inside, you know, but I don't think I turned into him. And I'm out of energy anyway, so I need to slowly lift and coast. So for the last lap I have 3.8. Difficult. I don't want to fuel save while side by side into the last corner, but I hope that 2-second gap is enough. Hey Kyle, hi Tom. Well, I saved what I could without giving the tow. 80, 70, 60, 50, that's marginal. Okay. I don't know. Was that very very dirty or did I just do what I could? I'm just gonna say sorry Al for fuel for starting fuel file. What a race. I mean, I don't have enough time to check everything that happened, but at this point I realized I just don't have enough energy. It was fair enough. Like, you're always gonna understeer a bit off, right? But I gave space all the time and that's fine. Was this fine though? I think it was. I mean, I did go into him, but like he was not going for the apex. I don't know. Maybe slightly more clumsy from my side, but I mean, I have to turn in, right? I wasn't going for the apex. I was going to leave the space, just enough space. Quick check on this one. I mean, fair enough, right? Although he did brake to let me through, but I got illegal overtake there, so I had to let him through. Happens. Anyway, there will be shorts and reels. Until then, a quick check of this, -5, okay, happens, not a huge deal. And now we go into GT3 fixed. What a split. Where are all the Fords? Ah, Jamie. Yeah, Jamie is in the Ford as well. And let's then go for our first installation laps and hope for the best. And of course there will be a bit of rain here. Actually, practice is wet. That's interesting. What do we have here? Actually, now I can take the dash that actually works. Oh, exposure, or rather gain of the camera. Let me fix that. Well, Ford, I don't know, I don't think it's slow. People still complain about it. Or like, not complain, but talk it down. But in VMS it wasn't that bad, I think. At Qatar it was a solid race between Ferrari and Ford, and like some cars got plus 30 kilos at some some cars at some tracks got 30 kilos, but Ford got 0 with the latest BOP. About the camera, there you go. This is for Ford, roughly. Or if it's hidden by the camera, it's like 300 and... well, let's say 375-ish vertical. Yeah, I hope it's gonna be fine. Like, I always enjoyed driving this car in the past on any tire model. And I was like, well, I said at the start of stream, or no, actually we discussed in my Discord, that I registered with the McLaren. And then I thought of it for some minutes and I was like, nah, I'm not gonna drive the McLaren on a fixed setup, because that's an understeering mess. Kind of stable on the entry, but on the exit it just doesn't exit the corners. In high speed it's so stiff, and I don't know. I was like, nah, that's not what's gonna happen. I'm gonna take the Ford. I don't care. I didn't want to take the Lexus because I will do a lot of Lexus elsewhere, like in VC, and potentially I'm doing the WEC Championship as well with Lexus. Yeah, Dan, I saw there is a downpour mid-race. Looking forward. Just a bit of understeer. I hoped for a bit of dry practice. But I mean, I know the car, I know the track. Shouldn't be really a big deal. Though when I look at who is registered, I lose a bit of confidence. Right. Wait, what? Yeah, I don't have fuel usage yet. Dadel, I am indeed using tiny pedal, yes. 2 Lexuses. Sorry, two Lexi. Leiden in the Lexus. I mean, was the championship started before the final BOP happened? Because that could be the reason why there is not much Fords, but maybe actually Ford is really good here. It feels like a truck. Yeah, I mean, I like that. I like that it feels like a truck. I like that the rear is working and doesn't want to kill me. I like that I can do aggressive stuff with the front. Yeah, I will calculate the fuel a bit better this time. Championship started last week. Yeah, update was before, yeah. I mean, let's see. But basically, yeah, I don't know, like top 10 can easily kill me fully on pace. So let's see what happens. And yeah, in the wet, of course, the rear-engined cars have an advantage with traction, so the Lambos will pull away a bit. But maybe the Ford is so heavy that it will still retain some traction. Change the laps before I start. Yeah, I mean, it happens, right? Sometimes. At least I'm gonna get like 2 proper laps now to check the usage and the fuel ratio. This is another of those tracks where it's difficult to get any tire temp like Imola. But either way, I didn't really join this championship to necessarily try to win every race, but just to have some fun. I know that some people are just doing this race in the whole evening and nothing else, but I thought, well, some battles for some podiums wouldn't be that bad, and it's for sure going to be a well-attended race every week on Tuesday evenings. So why not just enjoy a bit of Mustang? Interesting. My tires are still cold. But good to have the rear alive, you know. Last time I drove this car around here on the old tires, the rear was just, I don't know, it just didn't do anything. Now it snaps, but you can still catch it. So ratio is around 0.8. And I used around 3% per lap. Ah, that's Michi. Hello, Michi. Okay. It's 15 minutes quali. I'm gonna take 6 laps of fuel. Thought I was joking about picking the Ford. Nope. Why would I be joking? It's a nice car. I mean, is it really that bad or what? I don't know. Yeah, the Mercedes is really good, I think. Grip level not too hot and high grip. Yeah, I guess somebody just exited the pits under red. So maybe that TC is a bit too low for cold tire. Well, I think the links should be allowed. I didn't put any prevention there yet. These tires are gonna take forever to heat up. I wonder if the top guys there will just go full esports and do a couple of 360s on single hot lap. Oh, I have a purple sector too. Wow. I still have a purple sector too. What is going on? Is everybody else just slowly warming the tires, or is there a bug? Provisional P1. I mean, it's gonna be all beaten by 2 seconds in the end. Such a fun car. Just a bit too much understeer here on power on this fixed setup. Like it just doesn't want to stay on the track. And that's a track limit. Do I keep driving here or do I box for new tire? I will try one esports overpush to get some temperature and see if the Delta is happy with that. How do I get progressive lead slip? So basically I just program it one by one. Actually the script is the same. I calculate slip angle and activate the LED when the slip angle is above that. But then it goes like 3.5 degrees, 4 degrees, 4.5 degrees, 5 degrees. And I just copy pasted and adjusted the values. So let's see if I have a bit more grip now on the front. 1 second to lighten. Okay, yeah, that's more like it. It just doesn't do anything. Nah, let me stop. Ow. Return to garage, take a bit less fuel. And new tire. Ah. I don't have a new tire. I have a new tire. Ah! Ah! I forgot about it. There is only 6 tires that you get for Quali in race. Of course. Of course. Yeah, I'm not going out again. That's for sure. That makes sense. Okay. I see. So, what do we do here then? Do we take 2 fronts, right? I need the grip. The dry period is pretty short, yeah. Well, 45 times 60 divided by... What are we gonna do on average? 40s? 38s? I don't know. If it's like 37, that's like 97. It's max... Yeah, it's max 28 laps. But it's gonna be less than 28, so... I can always refuel a little bit, although it already wastes you a lot of time if you even refuel 0.1%. Yeah, okay. Actually, let's then do the calc. If we have... And we will have a pit stop, right? Yeah. Which means we take like 20 seconds for drive-through, we take 12 for tires. And we divide that by like 27. So for 28 laps we need to be faster than 38.8. That's not gonna happen if it rains a lot. Wait, times 27 divided by 26. It's 20, probably 26 laps, right? So it's not that wet in the end, or what? Yeah, I guess just in case I go 27 and then that's 81-ish. Or well, a bit less. Was it like 2.93? It dried very quickly. I mean, that's the forecast, right? It was like mid-race rain and then drizzle and then nothing. I'm falling down the order here. I don't like to see that. But well, we see where the place for the fourth is. Bottom half. DQ, oh dear. Yeah, maybe... Like, what's the point of having 15 minutes for quali if we have limited tires? I don't quite understand that. Dan, are you there? I need answers. Because then we just keep waiting and waiting and waiting and saving tires. I still don't want to do another run and then start with 85%. Although I could gain half a second for sure. It would put me like around here, P5 to P10-ish. Could be worth it, to be honest. I see, Dan. But even with open quali, okay, I mean it's 38 cars. It takes some time, but still it would be good if we get at least an extra set to go for extra attempt there. Thank you, Daniele. I see these guys just keep driving and driving and driving. So it's not a worry for them. And he improves in lap 8. Well, I mean, tire temp is just building up slowly every lap. Okay, we know for round 3 then. And let's see where I can put this fourth then in the race from P17. Wonder if it makes sense to avoid box. I mean, at least I know that I have quite a lot of pace advantage over people ahead. If I can manage to stay alive. Luca, I mean, why am I doing a fixed championship, or why is there existing a fixed championship? Like, I mean, I tried to explain my thought process before, but I stream on Tuesdays. That's a pretty fixed date and evening hours. Why do they even exist? I mean, it makes sense, right? Somehow, it's more approachable. You don't need to worry about setups. Or you don't need to do setup, you don't need to buy setup, you can just like arrive and drive and have fun. And it's a championship, so it's kind of semi directed, like people can get penalties for doing bad stuff and lose points, and there is overall standings, of course, so somebody got me right in the end. Right, P18, right in the middle. Anyway, happy to be first of the Fords. Good luck, Logie. Yeah, is this rain even enough to box? Like, it's a short track, there is 38 cars. It should not ever get that wet. I don't know, maybe it's just the driver issue, and it just happens that slower drivers are in the Ford, but I don't know. Let's see how the race goes. Oh, that's bright. Don't look at my blood sugar, it's gonna be better after the stream. Usually it keeps falling during the stream, but now it just keeps exploding. I don't get it. Anyway, it's not a problem for short term. I'll fix it in 1 hour. Starting along you. You are in the McLaren. Well, let's survive, right? Although I'm trying to win the race into turn 1 from 18 to first. Wish me luck. Why are my fronts 99%? They should be fresh. Funny how everybody else adjusts the fuel ratio, I'm the only one adjusting the energy. .98 front right already. Anyway, doesn't matter. Well, let's have a good one. Very interesting. Okay, top 10. Wonder who that was. I wonder if it was some people from top 5 as well. That's the way to not understeer in this corner. Take all the curb. Mid GP5, okay. Purple sector 1, despite the overtake. It's a very stacked lobby indeed. Leiden half a second quicker. Yeah, I mean, Leiden will be flying away. Dipped the right side into gravel. There is a bit of train forming ahead, right? They're all quite fast. Oh, rain, here we go. Alright, P8. This is not the daily, it is online, like ELMS GT3 fixed championship. Gergely, it's C49HG, some older Samsung ultra wide. That's Tommy, no, yeah, that is Tommy. Crazy. I thought he's gonna ram into my rear. Hesitated a bit to the brakes. Yeah, I don't know. guess the fourth issue now becomes more apparent. Dance's box. Well, let's box. And see what happens. Well, that's an unsafe release. Luckily not implemented as penalties. Yeah, I just cannot fully accept that the slicks are not intermediates anymore like they were always in R Factor 2. It took a lot of wetness on track for the slicks to become less drivable. Yeah, no fuel because I have fueled up for the whole race. And it should be fine, like there's gonna be less laps now and the usage is gonna drop. So it should be fine. I mean, I assume it's gonna be fine. I calculated for 27 laps. Should be safe for 27 laps. Like again, others have just adjusted the fuel ratio. I'm the only one that has adjusted, or like one of the rare ones that has adjusted the virtual energy for the race start. So it looks like others have much more, but actually fuel-wise we are the same. So we stayed P8, and that's a Lamborghini of Michi Hoyer ahead of us. Sven in the lead, still on mediums. Interesting. He's not boxing, is he? He'll try to stretch it. Ah, more on mediums, I see. Ah, that's cool. Now, wouldn't it be nice if I could overtake Michi? Although, you know, Lambo with the engine over the rear axle, never gonna be easy. So Sven in. Sven is behind. Yeah, well done. I owe you a six-pack or whatever it's called. Amici is pulling away a bit. But maybe there is a battle ahead that can only end well. Yeah, these leaks work exactly like they should when it starts raining. They start sliding uncontrollably. And that was never the case for a decade on RF2. So that's brilliant. Finally we have a semi-decent dry to wet change. Now we only need actual wet racing lines. And properly wet. Like even if it's full storm and full extremely wet, it's still quite grippy. It's way too limited in wetness, I think. I just realized I will have to defend this P6 now for, well, 24 minutes. That's not best. I watched that Perel video indeed, if we are talking about the same one. It was really a good one. Sven is so much faster in the midfield. Yeah, it was the Yokohama Nordschleife, the R Factor 2 tire, right? Why do I have purple sector 2? Done, something is broken. Yeah, the Lexus can go flat out instantly. I have to kind of half coast to turn 3. Bop, bop, bop. Ah, he baited me. He baited me into the better defense that I would have normally. The rumble of freedom, indeed. Well, I mean, I have kind of a history of taking cars with maybe not the best BOP and then complaining about it. But at least I'm enjoying it a lot more than some other car, even if it's a bit off pace in these conditions. Nice big battle brewing ahead as well. Come on, cannot get that nose into the apex. Ooh, and that is Tommy Lydon. Once again sideways, off track. Well, I wish it was throttle control, it was just trying to find any rotation. Ow. Finally, for once, where I would actually take the apex, he bumped me off it. Now that's a triple toe for barrier behind. Well, we are defending. Oi! Man. Well, I guess that's how we race. I mean, unlucky for me, stupid from him. Well, that's gonna be a protest, I guess. It was a crazy good fight. He tried everything, but you cannot just run. Like, I didn't even... Okay, let's wait till we have the replay, then I can analyze. But, bit of a shame. Felt like I had every chance to defend that P5. And then the rear just never stopped sliding. I tried to accelerate and it just went around again, so rip. Anyway, feels like, well, looks like for sure P9 is safe. Ah, is he waiting for me now? Okay, well, that's fair enough then. Won't have to waste time thinking of protests. But still, at least good display of sportsmanship around here. That's great to see. You don't see that much in real life because they just realize they did something wrong and drive away and stewards handle everything else. Or maybe penalties are less bad than waiting for the competitor to spin around. But yeah, okay. Well, 6 to go. Fuel is fine. I actually have too much fuel. Well, maybe we go extra lap in the end. P6 is still on. Come on. I'm taking the off track. Tommy must be heavily damaged, he's really struggling. Oh dear. Okay. I think the fourth will be better in other tracks. Or like in full dry conditions anyway. Because the rear is kind of relatively light. Not much load on it. Why is my image very dark? It went fully red, right? I don't know what's going on, like I always turn off. I have this program light bulb which adjusts color according to the position of the sun, so it's better for the eyes and so on. But I toggled it off. It should be off, but it's not. And it happened on Sunday as well, I don't know. I do everything I can, but software keeps softwaring. I mean, straight is long enough and cannot be bothered anyway. Oh, enjoy. Yeah, that's more like it. Yeah, my apologies for that, I didn't realize before. I felt it was like weird, but because it's so gradual, I don't realize. Yeah, this is back to normal colors, but yeah, apologies again. There is like a toggle, I right click, toggle off. But I guess to be sure in the future I will just always right click and shut it off fully. So this should get a bit spicy ahead. I hope they first catch Imola before they start battling. Yeah, it was like a sandstorm. I mean, it just filters all the blue light, so it becomes really red. And then the camera is doing its own things when recording the red monitor, and then it's just worse and worse. So not defending. I'm just lacking like 2/10 to do anything. Yeah, Ferrari struts, oh dear. So 2 to go. Spot on with the fuel. Nice pass for Sven. Yeah, just a bit more front downforce for the fourth and it would be great, but when I have to lift in these corners it just completely destroys the balance or like the overall performance. No need to bop, just a bit of default setup adjustment and it's instant 2/10, I think. Why is that a track limit? I was on track. Come on. Nah, there is nothing remaining. That must have been a great race. At the lead, like, so much happened. It's Sven with Tommy, then Imola led for some time, and Howells wins. Alright, well guys, that was an attempt at something. If everything went perfectly I would be P5, but I mean, who knows, like Sven would maybe eventually get me and Barrier was fast as well, so maybe it would be P7. And as I mean, I guess that's not sarcasm there, but yeah, Maybe it is. But we see that Jack in the end even pulled a gap with the Lexus. Lexus is a weird one. Kind of feels like it's kind of half front engined and half rear engined somehow. Well, GG. Let's just quickly watch that incident. Okay, let's start here. I mean, okay, I diagonaled. It was slightly cheeky on my side. It was surely borderline. But generally I left space. But yeah, I mean... What should I do? I didn't even properly turn in yet. It's just nature of corner that you have to be ready to slightly rotate on the brakes. Yeah, just a clean pit maneuver. And then I tried... Ah yeah, the rears went into the grass, and when I touched the throttle I realized it's never gonna go left, and then it took forever to gain some speed. It is what it is. Thank you, Logi. Quick check of the start, because that was fun. Well spotted gap. I wish the standings worked with the replay. And then a bit of bump draft. And then something happened ahead. I mean, that's so clumsy. Like if you watch from this perspective, then okay, like there is a gap. He goes for it, of course. But then if you watch from this perspective, they're all turning in and he just slots in. I don't know. Then Malik has kind of a history of incidents in the past, so I don't know, this is lap 1 incident. Somebody went for a risky gap and got turned in, but yeah, okay. This was this was interesting. Luckily there was this Lexus that because without the Lexus they would kind of bump into the wall or into my front. Bonk. I was in the limit of fronts. Okay. A thought on Ford after that. It's such a great car. I really enjoyed driving it. It lacked a bit of front in the fast flat out corners because it was just understeering straight off track. And it lacks, I don't know, 3/10. I just felt like something was missing. So let's blame BOP and be happy. But yeah, I would be... Oh, barrier actually caught with Michi. No, I would never catch Michi. And Bessiere actually woke up in the end. They had kind of a battle. How much did I lose? -7. Oh no. Well, 6 more rounds of this championship. Eventually there will be rounds where the fourth is not that bad, right? Must be. Yeah, great to drive, just needs a little love, indeed. I fully agree with that. I want to see the standings now. Fully broken, of course. It's not really taking the drop rounds into consideration, right? Because I skipped round 1. Yeah, I don't know, I'm not gonna see anything here. Hi, Dennis. I have a bit of, I have some kilograms to give you. A couple of from Peugeot, a couple from the Ford. Anyway, that has been some fun racing. Cars with liveries break the leaderboard. Ah, okay. Ford is on 0 kilogram. Yeah. Then add a bit of front downforce, please. I need something to make it rotate in high speed. Or more power, yeah. Plus 10. Plus 15, I don't know. You know how the numbers work there. It just felt like it was fine on the brakes, fine in low speed, terrible on traction, but not that terrible, acceptably terrible, like how you would expect a front-engine car to be. But in high-speed turns, the front was just going absolutely straight. I mean, it does need a bit of front downforce if you have such a heavy engine there. Some rear packers, yeah. That could fix it, or 2 clicks more of rear ride height, although that would potentially destabilize it in some braking situations. And fixed setup has to be drivable, right? Let's actually check if it's hitting the front packers. It's not hitting any packers anywhere. But if we take like a random lap and check, I mean, it goes negative rake, of course, and turn 3 it's negative rake, so it's lifting up with the nose, so that's not great. And of course, then it goes fully straight. So maybe a bit better or a bit more front aero balance and a bit more understeering mechanical part of things. And no BOP is even needed. Anyway, it's been a very fun racing evening. I might do this one. I need to figure out if, like, it's been 3 races through the weekend and then another race evening today, and not sure if I am physically able to prepare for this one for Thursday, but let's see. GG's, guys. Have a nice evening. Thank you for all the likes, for the chat. Much appreciated. See you next time. Bye bye.